One of my biggest nitpicks about the 100 Year Quest anime adaptation is how they nerfed Aldoron. Like any anime only watching the episodes and seeing him for the first time might think, holy moly, this guy is huge! But the truth is, the anime version nerfed Aldoron's size massively. I'm not even joking. The size difference between his anime and manga version is borderline insane. Aldoron in the manga was so large that he was towering over entire mountain ranges. He was so large that the mountains dwarfed around him. In one scene, he destroyed a mountain by stepping on it, a scene what the anime adaptation changed by removing the goddamn mountain from it. For some unknown reasons, the anime adaptation decided to add mountains around Aldoron and in the background the same size as he is, basically resulting in Aldoron being much smaller than he actually is. And even the scene where in the manga Aldoron destroyed a territory roughly the size of a small country was changed in the anime version to Aldoron only causing damage for the nearby mountains. The anime version nerfed not just Aldoron's massive size, but even his feats. They made him into a shadow of himself. The manga version of Aldoron could straight up stomp his anime version. That's how badly they nerfed him. Aldoron went from one of the tallest monsters in anime and manga to a straight up joke. And this nerf is really bad, because one of the things what makes Aldoron a world-ending threat is his size. His entire gimmick was that he is larger than any mountain, and if he's not stopped, he could crush the world by just walking. But the anime taking that size away from him basically makes him a joke. Even a mid-tier dragon like Motor Glare destroyed a mountain range comparable to Aldoron's anime size. What makes this an absolute joke? Like, yeah, he's still a dragon the size of a mountain in the anime, but he's still scary. But his anime version size is nowhere near threatening enough to be classified as a world-ending threat. Because seeing a mountain start moving is definitely scary, but if the mountain in question is the goddamn Himalayas, then that's some next level terrifying. And yes, I know his size was inconsistent in the manga, but one of the most consistent part of his size was that he was towering over goddamn mountain ranges, instead of being part of it, like in the anime. I believe the change to his size was done because they believed it makes no sense scale-wise because of the towns on him, so they decided to scale him down in hopes it gonna make more sense. Even though this actually backfired, because hold and behold, many towns and cities by default take up a lot of space. Sometimes the diameter of a town or city rivals that of the diameter of a mountain. And this guy has 5 towns on him. Even if the towns on him aren't the largest, they still decently sized. Meaning for Aldoron to support 5 of these towns on his body, his manga size makes far more sense than his anime size. So I know they probably tried to make the anime make more sense, but they pretty much did the exact opposite. The size difference between manga Aldoron and anime Aldoron is just insane. He's nearly 10 times smaller than he's supposed to be. The anime version of Aldoron is basically barely taller than his manga version's feet. It isn't enough that the pacing of the anime made him less threatening and relevant, but they even nerfed his size and feats, the very thing what made Aldoron the coolest and most impactful dragon god. And the worst part is, a bunch of power scalers who have a hate boner towards Fairy Tail will now shamelessly use the anime version to downscale his power, just to be petty. The anime adaptation did Aldoron absolutely dirty. At least they didn't use CGI. I don't remember any other manga character who was nerfed so drastically by their anime adaptation like Aldoron got, so you could consider this a historic moment. This is probably my biggest bone to pick with the anime adaptation, second to the pacing, because it is really that drastic. Aldoron should sue whoever decided on this change.